Hi, George.
Hello.
So, please introduce yourself to our viewers.
Very happy to. My name is Jörg Sievert, or Jörg Sievert. I'm a general partner with SAP Ventures, which is a US fund very closely connected to SAP, the German software company. Just as a quick background, it's a $353 million fund focused on anything in software, internet, tech-enabled services, mobile. We invest globally, i.e. the US, India, Europe, Israel, and Brazil.
Everyone knows in Israel the SAP because of Shai Agassi.
Of course.
What do you have to say about his vision and Better Place?
Fundamentally, everything around this part, and I think that's a vision that's shared across the world pretty much in the meantime, is the desperate need for the world to move beyond what is the current, well, effectively oil crisis. There's so many reasons to move into electric cars and everything surrounding it. So it's a hugely important area.
Do you invest in clean tech or not?
We have one investment in clean tech in a company called Control 4, which is a phenomenal company that's doubling its revenue pretty much.
Is it your first time in Israel?
I've been coming to Israel for about 4 years now.
Really?
Yeah.
So, you know the book Startup Nation?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So what do you think of? Are we really a country that is so amazing with all those startups?
By almost any measure. Israel, and that's part of the reason why I come.
Now, no one is hearing us, but you're flattering us, so please, tell the truth.
No, seriously, the thing that is fascinating about Israel in many ways is the incredible entrepreneurial spirit that you have in Israel.
You're in America or you live in Germany?
I live in Germany.
Okay, so let's compare the two cultures in terms of the startup scene.
Wonderful question. The similarity in culture is definitely in the area of deep curiosity and deep technical capability, and that's something that both cultures share. There's a huge difference in risk taking. Israeli, and you can see.
We don't take any risks.
Well, you just have to go out on the road and drive.
We are not blunt. We don't interrupt in the middle of the interviews. The people we do. No, I'm kidding. Please.
No, it is that element of the ability and the willingness to take risk, and on one hand, and on the other hand.
You know what it is? Why it is? Because failure is like okay with us. It's not a problem. You fail, cool.
One of the most important things, and in Germany, failure is not an option in the sense, but so there's a very interesting distinction. Failure is socially not acceptable. In Israel, to a certain degree, failure is also not really an option in the minds of people, but more so because
no one likes to
people want to win. They want to succeed, and I think it probably has a lot to do with the way Israel came about and the way you're socialized when you grow up in Israel, which has a lot to do.
Culture thing.
Yeah, and it has a lot to do with entrepreneurship, with the willingness to be responsible, take responsibility, and on the other hand, and this I think is a phenomenal pool of talent, the military brings people into position of responsibility at a very early stage.
That's true. That's
and
also
that
true.
has a tremendous impact. And you can tell, you come across.
So you've been here in DLD, in Tel Aviv. How do you find the place, the event, the Israeli entrepreneurs?
So I like this event. I've known DLD from Munich, where I really greatly appreciate it.
What's the difference between the two? We are much more organized here.
Yeah, right. The main difference I find is I have a lot more quality time to speak with people, which I greatly appreciate. So in the sense that you actually get to sit down, talk with people, have deep discussions, rather than sort of the fling by, is the one big difference that I greatly appreciate.
Okay.
Yeah. So and the weather is better.
The weather is better.
A lot.
So did you find any interesting startups?
Of course.
And how many with how many you've met so far?
Oh my God, I've met with 25 startups.
Well, most of them are from the internet.
I came on Saturday.
Okay, let's talk a little bit about the segments about internet, mobile. What's fascinating for you as an investor?
We invest both in enterprise as well as consumer plays. We invest in software, in pure internet plays, in services companies, mobile companies, and digital media. So fairly broadly, sometimes also in clean tech, but less so.
Is it true that when you meet an entrepreneur, you decide to invest in or not to invest in him in the first minutes?
5 minutes, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How does it work for you?
Well, we invest.
Tell us how to go through, how to get okay from you guys.
So there are two answers to that. One answer is we invest primarily in management teams, and this is not really something that you can change because you are what you are.
You need to be 2 or 3 people.
Sorry?
You need to be 2 or 3 people in the foundation team.
No, it's not. It's not the number of people. It's the quality of the people.
Okay.
And that is a decision that you take by intuition. And yes, there is structure to it and rigor, but fundamentally a large part is intuition, whether you want to invest in a person or not. And this is true whether it's an early stage company or a company that does 70 million in revenue, and we invest in those stages. It is always the management team that we invest in, primarily.
But would you invest in Israeli entrepreneur?
Sure.
But you're based in Germany. The connection would be quite far.
Well, we invest in mid to late stage. So we invest in what we would call a growth stage, where we can help a company grow from 10 to 100 million.
So the revenue should be something like $10 million yearly?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our stage.
Okay, so a few tips for Israeli entrepreneurs that watching us now about how to improve the company.
Yeah, I think the core tips are, number one, be careful about raising too much money.
This is coming from guys that's supposed to give money.
Yeah, because we've seen too many companies that are great operationally, that look fantastic and really interesting, but they do, 30 million revenue, and they raised 90 million to get there. That's just not really attractive from a financial...
It's not really a VC model.
Not anymore. And so that's a risk. Essentially, though, the one really key thing is that you escape very much the traditional way. Also, people build businesses here in Israel, which is based on Geoffrey Moore's Crossing the Chasm, which pretty much everyone has read here, which is great, except this is a model that is not really valid anymore. At this point, yes, companies cross chasms, but they do it in a different way. So today, it's all about efficiency. It's all about
being lean,
being scalable, and it's all about focusing on what are the barriers I have in my business, in my model, in the way I go to market, in the way I get customers, that I can take out. Where can I take out friction so that things become very lean? And this is the thing that we invest in more than anything else.
So what's example for you for a home run exit? Company that you invest how much?
Well, our most recent one was LinkedIn, which we liked a lot. Yes, LinkedIn was very nice.
Okay. How much did you do with LinkedIn?
A lot.
Numbers?
No, we're not sharing that.
Okay, IRR, something.
IRR something. Well, actually, to be true, we still hold our shares because we believe in the value of this property and the value increasing.
Okay.
So currently we've done industry typical returns, which would be close to a home run, so we're quite comfortable with that. But we believe that there's so much value in this company that we actually still have the stock.
Okay, so last question. You hear a lot of ideas. What exactly do you think people should go after, like mobile, internet, gaming? So what will be trendy and in 3-4 years from now?
So the thing that I would love people to think about is business models more than anything else, and how you and the reason why is because
all I hear from Israeli entrepreneurs that get the users right now and think later about business model.
Oh no, but that's the same thing.
Okay.
It's not actually not different. But the thing that I'm particularly fascinated by is we're at the early days of the internet almost, and there's so many traditional businesses that still can be innovated and disrupted with internet-based business models where the internet becomes a key enabler of a different way of doing business. It's a wide open world. And that has it has to do with technology to a degree. And we've invested in a number of companies that use technology, but mainly they use something that you just couldn't do 5 years ago, like On Deck Capital in the US or similar companies that change the way you go to market. They change the way you run your business. And that is business model innovation that is technology driven, but it's the business model that makes a difference.
So did you invest in Israeli company so far?
We have an investment in a company called Zend, which is a fantastic company, the PHP company.
Yeah, and so maybe you would like to share your email so Israeli entrepreneurs can come reach you.
Oh, very, very easy. Email is first name Jörg, Joerg, .Sievert, Sievert, @ sap.com.
Okay, good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.